Take a baby born 50,000 years ago. Raise it in your city today. It would grow up, go to school, learn to drive, maybe fly a plane, and nobody would ever know. That is how identical you are to a human from the Stone Age. Same brain, same body, same fears. There is only one difference. They woke up every single morning in a world that was actively trying to kill them. So here's a question almost nobody can answer. What did that human actually do all day, from sunrise to dark? Let's drop you into their body, one full day, and by the end you'll realize something strange. You never really left. Let's go. It's cold, it's black, and something just woke you up. You open your eyes before the sun. You're not in a bed. You're on a pile of animal furs, near the mouth of a cave pressed close to other bodies for warmth. There are maybe 30 of you here. Every single one is family, or close enough. Here's the first thing that would shock you. You slept in shifts. Someone was always awake. Because the dark was not empty. In the dark were hyenas, big cats, and other things that saw you as meat. That fear you feel walking past a dark doorway at night, you didn't invent it, you inherited it from this exact morning. You get up, you're hungry, but there is no kitchen. There is no food stored anywhere. If you want to eat today, the day has to give it to you. The sun comes up gold over the grass, and now the work begins. But not the work you imagine. Here's a myth we need to kill. You were not starving and miserable all the time. Anthropologists who studied the last hunter-gatherer groups, like the researcher Richard Lee, found something wild. Many of them only worked about 4 to 6 hours a day. The rest was rest, talk, and play. You, 50,000 years ago, might have had more free time than you do right now. Sit with that. But those working hours, they could kill you. The men and some women take the spears. You head out onto the grassland to hunt. And forget arrows for a second. One of the oldest ways your ancestors killed was stranger and more impressive than any weapon. You ran the animal to death. It's called persistence hunting. Harvard scientist Daniel Lieberman showed that humans are built for it. We have almost no fur. We sweat like no other animal. A deer or an antelope is faster than you for 1 minute, but it overheats. So you jog for hours in the midday sun. You track it, you follow it, you never let it rest until its body cooks itself from the inside and it simply falls down. Your superpower was never strength. It was endurance and refusing to quit. It's midday now. The sun is brutal. And back at camp, the other half of the story is happening. The half that actually fed you most days. Because here's another myth. Meat was the jackpot, not the meal. Most of your calories came from women, walking the land, gathering. Roots, berries, nuts, seeds, honey. Steady, reliable, every single day. The hunt was the gamble. The gathering was the paycheck. 50,000 years ago, you survived because of deep, ancient knowledge. Which plant heals, which plant kills, where the water hides. That knowledge lived in people's heads. Lose an elder, and you lost a library. And that craving you have, right now, for sugar and fat, that's not weakness. In your world, ripe fruit and fatty meat were rare, precious, life-saving. Your brain rewards you hugely for finding them. It still does. It just doesn't know that today there's a vending machine around the corner. The sun starts to drop, orange light. Everyone comes back to camp. And now the most human thing of all happens. You make fire. A scientist named Richard Wrangham argues that fire is the reason you exist at all. Cooking unlocked so much energy from food that our guts shrank and our brains exploded in size. No fire, no big brain. No big brain, no you. So when you sit and stare into a fire and feel calm, that's 1,000,000 years of memory telling you, this is safe, this is home. Night falls, and here is where you'd feel it most. You gather close around the flames, and you talk. This is not small talk. Around Paleolithic fires, this is where stories were born, where the stars got names, where a young person learned every rule of being human. The researcher Robin Dunbar found that human groups naturally settle around 150 people, the number of real relationships your brain can hold. That number has a name now, Dunbar's number, and you're living inside it right here at this fire. Beyond the light, the dark presses in. Someone stays awake. The old fear returns, and then the day is over. No screen, no clock, just fur, fire, family, and a sky absolutely drowning in stars. So, what did you do all day 50,000 years ago? You woke in fear. You hunted with your legs, not weapons. You survived on knowledge, not luck. You bowed to fire, and you slept surrounded by people who would die for you. And here's the part that should give you chills. You didn't leave that person behind. You are that person. The fear of the dark, the love of sugar, the calm you feel at a campfire, the need to belong to a group. Every one of those is a 50,000-year-old survival tool, still running inside you in a world it was never built for. You're not so different from them. You're just wearing better shoes. So tonight, when you check the dark one more time before bed, that's not fear. That's 50,000 years of practice, keeping you alive. If this made you see yourself differently, subscribe. Every week, one question about being human that you never thought to ask.